In this video, I'm gonna talk about the pros and cons of an open face helmet versus a full face helmet. Hey there, this is Catherine Bernier from Skydive Vibes, sharing the passion of skydiving and helping you become a better skydiver. So if you're a skydiver looking to become one or just curious about the skydiving sport, consider subscribing not to miss any of our gear review videos. So every skydivers are required to jump with a helmet until they reach a certain level, which is the license D. That being said, they are really important to protect against certain injuries. Of course, it won't save your life if you fall full speed on the ground, but they are useful whenever we exit the plane, fly with other skydivers, but also in case of hard landings. When it's time for you to start looking at buying your own helmet, you'll find that there's two types on the market right now: open face and full face helmets. So let's dive in right now into the pros and cons of each. For your first helmet, an open face has a lot of advantages. First one is that you'll be able to wear it in your student jumps. They can also be used in any type of skydive, so free flying, belly flying, wingsuit, crew, name it, you'll be able to wear it. They also allow you to hear better under a canopy and in the plane. Many skydivers prefer the open face because they can feel the wind on their face and it gives them a better visibility. It can also help if you suffer from claustrophobia in some instance where being enclosed in a full face helmet can make you uncomfortable. The open face will not have this issue. They are also really easy to maintain because the only mechanism you have are the buckles, whether underneath your chin or on the chin cup. And finally, they are often less expensive than full face helmets. Now the disadvantages. The first thing is that you're lacking some protection in your face, where if you're flying near from other skydivers or flying fast around skydivers, you will have your face unprotected. So just think about your nose. We've seen a lot of collision where people start having their nose bleeding. So that's one of the disadvantages. And also to the fact that if you're doing some competition level skydiving, you will be most likely around other skydivers. So again, you will want to consider maybe another option, but it's not likely to happen in your first 100 jumps. Another disadvantage is that you cannot only jump with your helmet because you actually need an extra gear, which is eye protection. So you need glasses. So that's to consider because in the plane it can be a little bit more cumbersome where you need to make sure you have your eye protection, set it up, and then set your helmet on. Alright, so I hope you now better understand the pros and cons of having an open face helmet. Let's dive into the full face helmet now. Full face helmets are often the common choice for belly flyers and free flyers. So remember when I talked about flying in proximity with other skydivers and also flying fast. So think about head down formations in the free fly disciplines. So having a full face helmet is helpful because you can get a full protection of your face whenever you're near from other skydivers. Another interesting thing is that you don't actually need to have eye protection. That being said, you can always have cool sunglasses on just for the look, but you don't need to have specific glasses for protecting your eyes against the wind because, of course, it's a full face helmet. It's also renowned to be quieter, so you don't hear all the wind into your ears because it's closed. So that's another good aspect of the full face. Now let's talk about the cons of having a full face helmet. So one thing is that the lens can be foggy whenever we are in a chilly or humid environment. So that's to consider. And of course, the most recent full face helmets that are on the market have great technology to avoid that. If you're going into the used market and select an older helmet, you might have some trouble with that. That being said, most of the skydivers, including me, what we do is that whenever we are under our canopy, we simply open up the visor in order to avoid having that fog into our lens. Another con is that you might need to replace the lens. So that's due to the fact that you get a lot of wear, maybe you bump into the bar into the plane or other skydivers. So this area will tend to get used faster. But that being said, it means it's doing its job because it's not your face that is absorbing all those scratches and bumps. Due to the extra mechanism of opening and closing the lens and the actual lens wear that I talked about, the maintenance of having a full face helmet can be more costly, as well as, of course, the initial buying of the full face helmet. So they are more expensive to buy and maintain. Another downside of a full face helmet is that some of the models out there in the market have a limited field of view. The newest models on the market are providing more and more open field of view, so that helps. If you decide to go the used route, meaning you want to buy an older model, make sure that you try it on and check the field of view that you get, and make sure to be aware of it whenever you jump. So if you notice that your helmet has a limited field of view, make sure to look around more often in that case. But of course, having the best field of view possible, the largest one, will always be better in terms of safety. Finally, all helmets come in wide variety of colors and shapes. So the first thing you need to consider is make sure it fits you properly. So depending on the model of the helmet you're going towards, make sure to try them on first. That's the best advice we can provide, because those measuring and sizing charts out there are good to have a good first idea, but you always want to make sure you try them on to make sure of the fit on your head. So go on the drop zone, ask other skydivers with the type of helmet you're looking at if you can try it on, and make sure to try the actual size you're aiming for. That's what I did for my open face helmet. I had other people on the drop zone with the exact same model, so I made sure I tried on the actual size I was looking at, and so I was sure that when I received it, it fit me properly. Also consider that if you're buying new, the padding inside will be larger, so consider that over time it will get thinner, and so you'll get looser into your helmet. So you can keep that in mind whenever you're looking to buy a new helmet. Final tip, of course, always make sure you have the actual audible pouch inside any helmet you're looking to buy, because we always want to have that audible altimeter, so you want to make sure that your helmet has the pouch to insert it. Alright, so I hope you liked this video about comparing both of the two types of helmets that we have on the market, so the open face and the full face helmet. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and let me know in the comments below, what are you actually jumping? An open face or a full face? And also consider subscribing if you don't want to miss other videos just like this one where we review skydiving gear. On that, I tell you, stay safe and blue skies.